Um, just going to go ahead and record there. So, hey guys, thank you for jumping on the call. My name is John Dacosta, active executive in Paycation. And guys, this is something that for me has been absolutely, key and fundamental in terms of how to approach your cold market. It's been absolutely amazing. It's something that I've really used, and it's blown my mind. I got taught this by, sorry guys, if you could just mute your video, your audio, if you just come in, sorry, for me. Awesome. Yeah, I got taught this by a guy named Phil Faulkner, who's, some of you may know him, is absolute machine in the industry. And he really got this system, the straight line system, off of a guy called Jordan Belfort, who became world renowned. I'm sure some of you guys have seen the film Wolf of Wall Street. Absolutely amazing system. Absolutely amazing system. For me personally, it's been tried and tested by myself and a lot of people in my team, and we've found some absolute cracking results from it. Just to kind of put in perspective, I started using this in Paycation about a week and a half ago, and from this I've got 3 people already who I've never met in my life, who I've never spoken to in my life, who are already booked to sign up at the end of the month on payday. And as far as it goes with that, it's absolute fantastic system. So yeah, just without further ado, I'm going to kind of go ahead and crack on with the system. So the system is a straight line system, guys. If you've got a pen and paper, it'll be great, so you can take some notes as well. It's a straight line system, and the real reason why this is developed is because you can take any single person who, whether you have network marketing experience, whether you have experience in travel, or whether you have any friends or you have no friends to talk to, or anyone in that regard, you could take this system and give it to anyone. And if anyone follows the key core principles of this system, then you can guarantee yourself that you'll be enrolling people whether you know them or not. So I'm just going to kind of quickly explain the difference between a cold market and a warm market, because this system is really effective for your cold market. Now, the reason why we want to focus more on the cold market is because, the reason why we want to focus more on the cold market is simply because in your warm market, let's take your Facebook friends, for instance. That's your warm market. That's the people you know. Your Facebook friends, you've got, I don't know, the average person's got maybe 600 friends on Facebook. That's fantastic. We've got a great big market there. 600 friends on Facebook. But let's be real. Sometimes you're talking to your friends on Facebook, and sometimes they just don't want to be sold to. Sometimes your friends, they know when you're coming across at an angle. When you're talking to them, they can sense that you're kind of coming across and, wow, this person's, trying to sell me. Or maybe you haven't talked to your friends in 6 months, and all of a sudden you've dropped them a message saying, I've got a great opportunity for you. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this or something like this, where your friends either just look at the message and they just don't respond, and all you see is just seen. This is something that we can often experience, and it gets really frustrating because all you want is just a moment of their time to be able to explain an opportunity that you believe is a life-changing opportunity. And we know it's a life-changing opportunity, but a lot of our warm market don't give us that chance to explain that opportunity. And I don't know if this is something you guys have experienced. I know this is something I definitely had experienced when I first started in network marketing. But through understanding this system, it just blew my mind. It blew my mind, and it really has just given me the confidence to know that I can continually be enrolling a minimum of at least 2 to 3 people a month, every single month, with this system. So far in the month of October, I've been using this system for a week and a half now. As I said, in the month of October, I've got 3 personally enrolled people. In the month of October, in the month of September, I had 2 personally enrolled people. And in the month of October, I've now got 3 personally enrolled people, with 2 more who are signing up at the end of the month minimum. So this system has literally allowed me to have that confidence to know that I will be getting people enrolled on a regular basis. And isn't that what we want, guys? We just want that confidence to know that we are able to present the opportunity. So I'm going to really look into the cold market and the warm market, and just really give you guys an understanding as to why we want to go for the cold market. Okay, so your warm market, basically the definition of a warm market are people who you have built relationships with or already have relationships existing. This is your warm market. This is obviously, you know, anyone who you're going to sign up, you're generally going to have some form of relationship with them. This is why they come under your warm market. Now, we may have only around 600 people on average on our Facebook that we have built relationships with. Some of those relationships are great. Some of those relationships aren't so great. Some of those relationships are, you know, encountering things where they know us as someone who maybe isn't so business savvy in the things that we did in the past, or they knew us as someone who, you know, wasn't someone who was such a go-getter in the past, or wasn't so money motivated, or, you know, all of that kind of stuff. So for us to now present to them an opportunity, you know, to either make money or to travel or to do whatever, it comes across as a bit skeptical, and that's okay. That's totally fine. I'm going to show you how you can get rid of that. So now our cold market. What is our cold market? Our cold market is simply a group of people who we have not yet built our relationships with. Ain't that something powerful? So, you know, if we have a cold market, right, let's take Facebook, for instance. There are 1.4 billion people on Facebook. 95% of them sign in every single day. 95% of 1.4 billion are active users on Facebook every single day. And that number is increasing daily. So if that was our cold market and we were to market out on Facebook, I would rather market to 1.4 billion people rather than market to 600 people. Now, the only difference between the 1.4 billion people is that they are cold market and my 600 are warm market. So how do I get to turn that cold market into my warm market, right? How do you interact with someone and, you know, allow them to have their defense barriers come down so they don't feel like, you know, you're coming across as, who is this guy? What gives you the right to talk to me? Blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to give you some of the tricks now that, you know, I really have used and it's really benefit. I'm firstly going to show you the straight line so you guys can have an idea of what it is. This is, you know, kind of my definition of the straight line in terms of how I used it for Paycation and what's been working for me. It's a lot more tangible than the actual straight line. Again, everything I say, guys, please, you can take it on board and really use it. And I really hope it works for what I know it will work for you if you use it well. If not, you can just disregard it. You know, it's totally fine. These are always just suggestions to help you guys with your business. So here's just the straight line, just to kind of show you guys. Now, the straight line is basically goal-orientated selling. It's just goal-orientated selling. So the straight line, you basically have a start and a finish. So just to show you guys, the start is here and the finish is here. So the starting point, number one, is connecting. I don't know if you can see that there, but number one says connect. That is the starting point. You want to connect with people. That is the first thing that you want to do, connecting with people. And then obviously the fifth thing is obviously to have them sign up. Number two, I'm just going to quickly go through them now. So number one is connecting with people. Number two is build rapport. Building rapport, and I'm going to explain what building rapport is in a second. And also establish yourself as an expert. That's really important, guys. Number two is building rapport and establishing yourself as an expert. Okay, so number three is book an appointment. This is key, guys. This is key. This really helps put your business into a professional spin, guys. It's really important that you guys have a system in place where you are constantly booking appointments, because this lets you know how many people you are actively talking to and how many people you stand the chance of even signing up. If you are not booking appointments, guys, they won't get to number five, which is to sign up. So number three is booking appointments. Number four is the presentation. The presentation, guys. So obviously the presentation, I'm going to go through that in a second. Obviously how we can present to them the idea at best. Number 4 is the presentation. Number 5 is obviously the sign up. So that is the straight line, guys. It's just taking any single person from the starting point where you've connected with them. Connecting with them is a simple, hello, how's it going today? That's connecting with someone, to them signing up. How do you take someone from just a hello to them being on your back office saying, right, I'm putting in my card details now, right? And this is something that I've been able to kind of really pinpoint on in my small career in network marketing, and it's now really starting to take effect. So here's how you do it, right? Your cold market. First and foremost, with your cold market, guys, you need to understand one thing, that your cold market, how do I put this? There's certain platforms that we are in social network marketing. Now, to really build your business, you need to actively use social networks. They are key, they are killer, right? So we've got our WhatsApps, we've got our Facebooks, we've got our Instagrams, we've got our Twitters, we've got, I don't know, Bebos, we've got LinkedIn, we've got all these different things, right? We've got Tinder for some of you who know those. You've got Badoo for some of you who knows those as well. Get familiar with as many of these different social networking sites as possible, guys. Why? Because there are people there. We want to be where people are, right? And this is something that I got taught, which blew my mind. It's so simple, but check this out. Where are most people's eyes right now in the world? Most people's eyes in the world right now are either on their computer screens or on their phones. That's where most people are looking throughout the majority of the day. People don't look at billboard adverts anymore. People aren't looking at TV adverts anymore. They're looking at their computer screen or they're looking on their phones. So where is it that you are going to find majority of your business? You're going to find it on networks, obviously on your computer screens or on people's phones. So I'm going to use the example of, let's use the example of Twitter. I'll use the example of Twitter. Oh, no, use the example of Instagram. I use the example of Instagram. And you can apply this to any of these social networking sites as well, guys. How you take someone that you've just found on that kind of social, site, media site, or application, and you've now got them, watching a presentation and thinking about signing up. So the first thing you want to do, obviously, is that these people on these social media sites are used to people adding them. That's the first thing to understand. They're used to people adding them because they put out their profile to have ads, right? On Instagram, the more followers you have, the more popular you are. So people want you to follow you, right? Now, obviously on Instagram, you can direct message someone, or you can drop someone a comment in their picture below or something like that. So for instance, what I would generally do, and I have someone right now who, I met off Instagram who's watched the presentation, and I've got a call set up with them just to show them how to get started. So this is what I personally did. That person, obviously I was posting good content. That person liked one of my pictures. So what I did is I direct messaged that person. And here's what I said. Really nice to connect. Great profile, by the way. That was all I said. And I left it there. Now, understand this, guys. The more you can do that on as many different platforms, the more you are going to get people coming back to you, responding. Once people respond, you're in. You're in. You stand a chance. If they don't respond, you don't stand a chance because they're not talking to you. But if they do respond, you're in. So I left it at that. The person replied, hey, thank you. Thank you for the compliment. I'm great. How are you? Right now we're in a conversation. They said, how are you? So what I did then is I said, I'm great. I'm great. Thank you very much. Do you have WhatsApp? Right now, I went straight in. You could build a bit more rapport on the site. I'm a lot more confident to go straight in. So I said, do you have WhatsApp? It would be great to connect and share ideas. right? Now, generally, they kind of have an understanding of who you are because they've liked one of your pictures already, and they kind of already see what you post. If you're posting positive messages all the time, then they know who you are. It's like if someone walks into McDonald's, they know what to expect. They know they can get burgers or fries, you know, and they know they're going to get a decent price, you know, with a pretty cheap service. Well, not cheap service, but cheap food, fast food, quick. They know what to expect when they walk into McDonald's. So what you post is what people are going to look at. So I said, have you got WhatsApp? Will be great to share ideas. That person then said, yep, sure. Dropped me their number, and I added them on WhatsApp. Now I've taken them over onto another platform. Now understand that the platform of WhatsApp is a lot more personal. You have taken them away from the world, so to speak, and it's now you and that person, you and that prospect, and you have an opportunity now to work with them on a one-to-one basis and present to them your idea. So what I did now at this present stage is I built rapport. I'm now at section 2 of the straight line. I've connected with them. So what I decided to do now is build rapport. And by building rapport, I established myself as an expert in my field. Now, for our instance, guys, our field is travel. Our field is travel. So you need to establish yourself as an expert. It is really important, guys, that people see you as an expert in travel. Really important that people see you as an expert in travel. The reason why this is because people only want to do business with people who are experts. You know, you walk into a car dealership, would you rather buy a car from the person who literally has got their trainee badge on and they just started their first day, or would you rather buy a car from the person who's been selling cars for the last 15 years? You know, you would rather buy a car from the person who's selling cars for the last 15 years. You want to avoid the trainee because they're probably going to screw something up. People actually want to work with you if you're an expert. So do not be afraid to tell people about what you do. So I have a great message that I send to most people. And I'm just going to go ahead and read this message that I send to people. This message is something that I can guarantee gets absolute amazing responses. Every single person that I've sent this message to, they turn around and they say, oh my gosh, wow, I absolutely love your job or anything. And I will show you how I get to this point to literally send this message. Bear with me 2 seconds. I'm just loading it up now. So literally, this is how I get there. So this is how quickly I would build rapport with that person and show that I'm an expert. First thing I say is, so where are you based currently? So you might want to write this down, guys. Where are you based currently? That's the first question I ask. After I've told them how are you and asked them how are you and said great profile, and they've responded thank you, how are you? I say, where are you based currently? That's the first thing I ask. They respond, and they will always say, I am based in, you know, wherever, right? They'll always say, I am based, you know, in Lincolnshire, I'm based in West Sussex, I'm based in North London. Great. They then ask, where are you based? I tell them, I'm based in Southeast London. All right, great, right? And then I then go on to say, what do you do currently? That's the second question. What do you do currently? Now, the reason why this is powerful, understand what I'm doing here, guys. I am being the interviewer and they are the interviewee. Because I am the one asking the questions, I am the one in authority in this conversation. So immediately, by me being the one who is qualifying them, this is qualifying, guys. This is when you're qualifying people. By me being the one qualifying them, then literally I am establishing myself as an expert without them even knowing it. It's subliminal. It's psychological. They immediately are thinking this person is some kind of authoritative figure, right? So they are willing to listen and hear out what I'm saying. So straight away from there, I say, where are you based? They tell me where I'm based. So for instance, I'll use an example here. The person said, I said, where are you based? They said, Harrow, what about you? I said, great. I'm based in Southeast London. I'm based in the Southeast London area. So what do you do currently? That was the question I asked. This person then turned around and said, oh, I used to work there and I'm currently doing my master's. And then I said, oh, great. What subject? Oh, sorry. I said, yeah, great. What subject? And they said, I'm studying social work. Right. And then this is what they said. This is the killer hair. They said, what about you? This is where you've got to get it on the nail on the head. This is when you build instant rapport. You show them what you're doing. You present to them what you're doing, and you give them every inkling as to want to question how the hell you're doing what you do. And this is the paragraph that I've made up. I've sent it to a few people in the group, and they've been using it so far, and they've found great results with it as well. The same with my results as well. So the person said, what about you? I then said, oh, that's great. And I am an online travel consultant. So I show people how they can book travel wholesale rather than retail, and also how to get paid for booking your own travel. It's all part-time as well. So it's pretty cool, as you can work from home, a hotel, or abroad, etc. That was what I said, right? Now, this is the response that I have gotten from 95% of people who have heard me say that. This is the response. And I'm going to send you these messages, these responses, so you guys can actually see it for yourself in the group. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. I absolutely love your job. I want your job. How did you do that? How do you do what you're doing? You know, where did you get started in that? Oh my gosh, that sounds like a great opportunity. This is what everyone keeps responding to me. So as a result of the fact that everyone keeps responding this to me, then literally this is where I now establish myself as someone of authority, and I give myself the opportunity to present them what I do. The next step I do is this. I've told them what I do. They're inquisitive as to how do you do it. I then say, well, the good thing is that I get to train people and show people how to get started in this kind of line of industry. This is what I currently say. It's my job, so I really enjoy it. Would you like to find out more, or would you be open to find out more? When I say that, most people turn around and say, yeah, sure, I would love to, or yeah, that sounds great, or, you know, yeah, I've actually been looking at traveling recently, or yeah, I would really love to make a saving on travel, or yeah, I would really like to know how this works. So great, I've qualified them, and I've got them to agree that they believe that my opportunity is a great opportunity, that I'm a person in authority, and I'm an expert in my field. I've got them to, they're called micro agreements. I've got them to have these 3 micro agreements, that I am someone to listen to. I have an opportunity. They're called micro agreements. So now with these 3 micro agreements, I say, okay, great. Well, have you got WhatsApp or Facebook? I give them 2 options. I always give them 2 options. Generally, people will have one or the other, and most people have both. I just give them an option to which one they prefer. Some people like their Facebook to be private. Some people like their WhatsApp to be private. So I give them 1 or 2 options. Have you got WhatsApp or Facebook? I could get you added on there, and I'll be able to send you a couple of videos that explain a bit more about what we do. They then turn around and say, yeah, sure, take my WhatsApp. Most people I found usually give me their WhatsApp. You know, so I just grab their WhatsApp, I save their number, and then straight away I transfer the conversation over to WhatsApp. No longer am I talking to them on Instagram or on Badoo or on, you know, Twitter, or I'm no longer talking to them on these platforms. You want to take them into a more private platform where you can work with them. And all of a sudden now you're talking to them like they're a warm market, right? You've turned this cold market person that you've never met or talked to in your life. You don't even know what they look like fully. And all of a sudden you've got their WhatsApp and you're communicating with them just like that in the space of like 10 minutes. Right? So from there now, the next step you want to do, you've got them on WhatsApp. I drop them a message saying, hey, how's it going? It's John Dacosta. I just added you from Instagram or from WhatsApp. They go, hey, how are you? I say, I'm great. And then from there, I say, okay, so I'm going to send you the first video. Now, the first video I send, I'm going to also post this in the group, is the opportunity, the paycation opportunity. It's a 5-minute video. It's the one with the starting of the suitcase. The reason why I send this video at first is because it's very light. It's very light, it's very fun, it's very bubbly, and it's exciting. When someone opens this video up and watches it, it's not some dreary voice where they immediately switch up and go, oh gosh, what is all this about? It's exciting. People, it's a suitcase, someone's getting ready and packed, ready to go. It seems like someone's off going somewhere, travel. People are excited to sit down and watch this video. And plus, it's only 5 minutes long, so you're not going to hold them too long. So this is the first video I send. And generally, I ask them, how soon can you watch this video? They generally say, I'm watching it now, or I'm going to watch it this evening as soon as I get back from work or get back from the gym, right? You're watching the video. Sorry, they're watching the video. And then literally from there, once they've watched the video, I asked them, how did you find it? They said, yeah, it was really good, looked really interesting. And then I said, okay, are you free for me to send you the final video? I don't say the second video. I say the final video. Why? Because that lets them know that this is the last video. I don't need to send you anything anymore. I'm not going to take any more of your time. I'm busy. You're busy. Let's get this over and done with. You know, either you're in or you're out. So are you free for me to send you the final video? Yeah, sure. Send it over, right? They might as well get it out of the way since it's the final video. Right? If you say the second video, they're going to think, oh God, how many more videos are there? You know? So I tell them the final video. Understand that these little word differences make a huge difference, guys. And this is what the straight line is all about. So I say, you free to send me, that I can send you the final video? They say, yeah, great. I send them over the final video. And that video is Shaniza Duson, the 22-minute video on her breaking down the paycation opportunity. Now, I give a brief explanation and just say, hey, well, this is, you know, Shaniza Duson. I tell them her story briefly. She was currently earning $250,000 a year in her corporate job, but got made redundant. She was a single mother. And then she found this opportunity. And in 12 months, has built herself back up to an income of over $100,000 a year. That's going to pique someone's interest and make them think, I need to watch this video. Right? Now, from there, they watch the video. After they watch the video, understand that you have basically done step number 4, which is present the opportunity. You have basically taken someone who you have never met before and who was a random person in the world on your social media device, and you have now presented to them a paycation opportunity by sending them a video, and I've got them to sit in front of Shaniza Duson. This is powerful, guys. This is powerful because this is what's allowed me to be guaranteeing signups every single month. I'm getting people joining my team that I've never met before in my life, but they're joining simply because they see the opportunity. Right? So this is why it's powerful, guys. So you've presented to them the opportunity. The final thing you now need to do is to qualify that this is for them. Qualify that this is for them. You ask them, so what did you like about the video? They say, oh, this is really something that looks interesting. You know, it's a really good concept. I really like it. And I said, great. Well, when would you be thinking about getting started if this is something for you? Right? And they say, well, I get paid at the end of the month, so I probably think I'll be able to start then. How much is the startup cost? Now, you remember, all of this stuff that, you know, you'd think you'd have to explain has already been explained. They've watched the video. Shaniza Duson has done all of that work for you. Right? Or any, you know, opportunity video that you use. So that work's already been done for you. So they know how much the startup cost is. They know the monthly cost. They know all this stuff already. Right? They might just want to ask you a few questions again. And this is when you could literally just get them on the phone and close the deal. Just get them on the phone, say, hey, you know, so they can actually hear your voice, understand that you're a real person. say, hey, you know, how did you like it? They'll say it was really interesting. I think it's something I'd like to do. I've just got a few questions. Then you just qualify them and answer any of the questions that they have. Get rid of any doubts or get rid of any barriers that they may have, you know. Just be prepared to give them answers. If that's something you're not comfortable with, then get a third party on the phone, someone who you can trust or someone who you know is a lot more confident to answer these questions. And, you know, that's it. You've got people like myself, David Dacosta, Becky, you know, Dwayne, Toby, Marcia, you know, you've got Kaz, Tony, and Fiona. I mean, so many of you guys out there who could easily close people, which is absolutely amazing. So literally, once you get people on that call, then it becomes a simple numbers game. That's all it becomes. Now, so far, the reason why I can tell you guys that this is powerful is because my ratio so far has been 1 in every 3 people that watch a video will sign up. That's been my ratio, right? So far this month, I've had 15 people watch the video. 15 people, that's it. 15 people who I've taken from that starting point. 15 people that I do not know that I've taken from that starting point to the point where I've got them to watch the video, got them to watch the presentation, and I've maybe given them a quick phone call or sent them a quick message. Out of that 15 people, I have gotten 5 signups. Out of 15 people, I've gotten 5 signups, guys. That is 1 in every 3 people. 1 in every 3 people who are signing up, which is an absolute powerful ratio. And that helps me know where my business is going, because that means that if I get, you know, 75 people to watch a video in a month, I should be looking at around 25 signups based on my ratio. So the more people you get watching the video and the more people you get watching the presentation, the more people you get signing up, guys. That's just simple law of averages. And the more you work these law of averages and take people for a system, that means that your business grows. And the best thing about a system is that it's easily duplicatable. You don't need to be a superstar or a great master closer or have the gift of the gab to be able to sign people up. Anyone can use this system and anyone can see the success in the system. That's the great thing about this system, guys. I've got people who have come into my team with 0 network marketing experience and in their first week have signed up 2 people. Fact, you know. And that's simply by them using this system, right? So the final step, of course, is obviously for them to sign up. You book an appointment when they say they're going to sign up. That is the most important thing, guys. That is the most important thing. All of this will fall down if you don't book that appointment. You have to ask this question, because what will happen is everyone's really excited. You're talking to the prospect. They're talking to you. You're really excited. You say, it's a great opportunity. They say, yeah, it's a great opportunity. You say, I can't wait to be rich. They say, yeah, I can't wait to be rich too. You say, I can't wait to have a car. They say, I can't wait to have a car. You say, let's buy 1 million houses together. They say, yeah, let's buy 1 million and 2 houses together. And you can keep going back and forth with this and sharing excitement. And excitement's all great, but no one's closing. So the most important thing is the closing question. So when are you looking to get started? That's the simple closing question. When are you looking to get started? You wouldn't say, when are you looking to sign up? Because, you know, when someone signs up to something, generally, a lot of people aren't really willing to sign up to something. It means they have to sign something. It's very psychological. People are afraid of signing up to something because they feel like they've got to commit, right? But loads of people are ready to get started, right? How many times do people get started? How many times do people get started at the gym? How many times do people get started at work, right? How many times do people get started making dinner? People are used to getting started, right? So simply the change of saying, when are you ready to sign up? That's so aggressive. I need you. I'm going to get you as part of my team. You know, I'm going to sign you up, right? You know, you sound like a shark. Hey, when are you looking to get started? You know, that is a lot more reassuring. Hey, you know, we all got started. Hey, when are you looking to get started? You know, and they say, hey, great. You know what? I get paid at the end of the month, you know, which is 10 days from now. So, you know, the sooner the better, really, you know, and these are, I'm going to send you guys these messages. I kid you not. I'm going to send you these messages in the group after. You guys can see people sending me messages saying, oh, so how much is the startup cost? Oh, the startup cost is 99 quid. 90 pounds. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, great. I'm going to get paid at the end of the month. I'm signing up there. Right? These are people that I don't even know. I don't even know these people. First time I'm probably going to see them is on the 15th of November. That's the first time I'm ever going to know what they look like. But yet they're in my business. That's powerful. You know, so yeah, you just ask them when you're looking to get started. That is the closing question. Once you ask them that question, they will give you the date. What do you do when you get that date? You write it down. You write that date down, you know, just to kind of show you guys a good kind of representation of a system that you can have. I have my sign-up sheets here. These are all the people that I have that have given me their dates. I've got 4 sheets up there. This is just one example. These are all the people that have given me their dates that they're going to sign up. So far on that sheet, there's about 20. There's about 20 on there. Some of them have already signed up and I've ticked them off, etc., etc., etc. So, you know, it's a great system. Once you write that down, you don't need to bother the person until it's sign-up day. Until it's the day when they get started. You drop them a quick message, hey, how's it going? You know, or you message them before, are you available in the morning or the evening? I always give them that option. Are you available morning, afternoon, or evening? They say, well, I finish work at 5. I'll probably eat and be settled at 7. So give me a call around 8. Perfect. I'll give you a call around 8. You give them a call around 8, you get them signed up. It's that simple, guys. So, you know, it's something that I've really experienced and I've been using. That simple message system, again, guys, I know you might not have been able to write it all down, but I'm going to copy and paste it again in the group. I think I sent it earlier, but I'll copy and paste it again in the group. But understand, guys, the most important thing about this is that it's goal-orientated selling, guys. You take someone from a start point, you take them to the finish point, guys. You can also use this on your warm market as well. I have used this on warm market as well, and I have got another person who is signing up. The difference with them is that I just met up with them because I already know them. I met up with them and I broke down the opportunity. Do you know what the thing of what they said to me is? After it, they said, John, you sold it to me. They said, you sold it to me. I'm getting started at the end of the month. I get paid at the end of the month. I'm getting started. People don't mind being sold to if the product is good. If it's a good product, people will buy it. People will buy it. So really and truly, guys, that is the straight line in its entirety. There's a lot more in terms of the words that you say and stuff like that. But obviously, being this the first video that I was going to make on it, I wanted to kind of give it make it nice, short, sweet, to the point, you know, and effective, so that you guys can understand that it's goal-orientated selling. If it helps you guys, draw a line, you know, and point 1, just as I've done here, point 1, connect. Point 2, build rapport, establish yourself as an expert. Point 3, book that appointment. Point 4, presentation. And point 5, sign up, guys. And what I like to do with this line is I write the names of the people who are at each section. So I know where people are. I know whether I've just built rapport with this person. So if I have to message them tomorrow morning, I know I've built rapport with them already. The next step is for me to book an appointment, you know, or I know I booked an appointment with this person. The next step for me is to send them the video to present them. Now, the presentation can either be a video, it could be a home event, or it could be a freeway call. You could use either one of those, whichever one you find is powerful. Personally, I like to get a big amount of people in a funnel and get as many people understanding and seeing the opportunity as quick as possible. That just gets more signups for me personally, and I'm confident in the videos. I think the videos are fantastic. So I get as many people as I can watching the videos. If I need to reclose them, then I just get them to a home event, or I get them watching on a freeway call as well, or on a phone call. And other than that, guys, you know, yeah, you will get signups, guys. You will honestly get signups if you utilize this system well. You'll get more signups, because I know a lot of you guys are already, you know, killing it in terms of signups anyway. You know, some of you guys, I know, obviously you see people like Gina smashing it out there on the leadership board, you know, and stuff like that. So, you know, guys, from from people like Gina as well. Also get on the phone with people like them as well and ask them what they're doing as well. This is just something, again, guys, that I've been doing that has really helped me get signups. Utilized it today. I've been using it for the last week. I got 2 signups today that came through the business as well. So, you know, it's something that's really, really been beneficial. So yeah, guys, I'm just going to kind of end it there. If you guys have any questions, I'm just going to unmute your microphones and you guys can kind of fire away your questions at me. But other than that, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure for you guys being on the call, and hopefully, guys, I will see you soon on the 15th.